Adam Harrington had never imagined his life could take such an unimaginable turn. At 34, he was a stable, albeit unremarkable, man living in the suburbs of Chicago. He had a respectable job as a software analyst, a loving wife named Rebecca, and a predictable routine that bordered on the monotonous. But life, as Adam would soon learn, had a way of blindsiding you when you least expected it. It all started on an unusually rainy afternoon when Adam's college friend, Evelyn, reached out to him after years of silence. Evelyn had been a whirlwind in Adam's younger years, a vibrant, unapologetically ambitious woman who was always chasing dreams that seemed just out of reach for everyone else. They had lost touch shortly after graduation, their lives diverging into separate worlds. So, when Adam saw her name flashing on his phone screen, he was both surprised and intrigued. "Evelyn," he answered, the sound of rain pattering against his office window.
Adam.
"It's been ages." Evelyn's voice was as lively as he remembered. They exchanged pleasantries, catching up on the lost years. Evelyn was now a successful entrepreneur in the fashion industry, but the reason for her call was not to reminisce. She had a proposition, one so bizarre that Adam initially thought she was joking. "I need a favor," she said, her tone turning serious. "And it's unconventional." Adam chuckled nervously. "Unconventional? You've got my attention." Evelyn took a deep breath. "I need someone to marry me." The words hung in the air, their absurdity almost laughable. "Evelyn, you do realize I'm already married, right?" "That's the thing," she replied. "I don't need Adam Harrington to marry me. I need
Adriana."
Adam froze. "Adriana? Who's Adriana?" "You," Evelyn said, her voice steady. "If you're willing to take the deal." Evelyn explained her predicament. A multi-million-dollar inheritance from her late aunt was locked behind a peculiar clause. She had to marry within 6 months, or the fortune would be donated to charity. Evelyn's independent streak had kept her single, and now, with the deadline looming, she needed a solution. "Why me?" Adam asked, still reeling from the absurdity of it all. "Because I trust you," Evelyn said simply. "And because I know you can pull it off." The deal was as tempting as it was outrageous. Evelyn offered Adam a generous cut of the inheritance, enough money to erase his mortgage, pay for Rebecca's dream vacation, and secure their future. But the catch was enormous. Adam would have to transform into Adriana, Evelyn's wife, for a year. "I can't just turn into a woman," Adam protested. "Not without help," Evelyn admitted. She revealed that her company had been working on cutting-edge cosmetic and hormonal technologies for transgender individuals. With her resources, she could turn Adam into a convincing woman, at least temporarily. Adam went home that night with Evelyn's proposal weighing heavily on his mind. He didn't tell Rebecca right away. How could he? But as the days passed and the enormity of their financial struggles loomed larger, the idea didn't seem quite so impossible. After a long and tearful conversation, Rebecca shocked Adam by supporting the idea. "It's crazy," she admitted, "but if this is what it takes to give us a better life, I'm with you." With Rebecca's reluctant blessing, Adam committed to the transformation. The process was grueling. Evelyn's team of experts worked tirelessly, altering Adam's appearance with a combination of advanced surgeries, hormonal treatments, and specialized training. He learned to walk in heels, speak in a softer tone, and carry himself with the grace of a woman. His once masculine features softened, his voice became melodious, and his body transformed into that of a stunningly beautiful woman. By the end of 3 months, Adam Harrington no longer existed. Adriana Prescott had taken his place. The wedding was a small but extravagant affair. Evelyn and Adriana exchanged vows in front of a carefully curated crowd, their union a convincing spectacle. But for Adam, now Adriana, the real challenge was only beginning. Living as Adriana was both surreal and challenging. Evelyn insisted that they maintain appearances, which meant Adriana had to fully embrace her new identity. She moved into Evelyn's luxurious penthouse, attended social events as Evelyn's charming wife, and even began working as a model for Evelyn's fashion line. At first, Adam felt like an actor in an elaborate play, But as the weeks turned into months, something shifted. Adriana became more than a disguise. She became a part of him. He began to enjoy the freedom and confidence that came with his new identity. Adriana was bold, elegant, and magnetic, qualities Adam had never attributed to himself. Rebecca visited occasionally, their relationship strained, but still intact. She struggled to reconcile the man she had married with the woman he had become. "You seem happy," she said one evening, her voice tinged with sadness. "I am," Adriana admitted, tears welling in her eyes. "But I miss us. I miss being Adam." As the year wore on, Adriana's life grew more complicated. She and Evelyn became genuine friends, their partnership evolving into something unexpectedly intimate. Evelyn, who had always been guarded, began to open up, revealing vulnerabilities Adriana had never seen before. One night, after a gala event, Evelyn confessed her feelings. "You're not just a convenience, Adriana. You've become my everything." Adriana was stunned. Evelyn's words stirred emotions she hadn't anticipated. For the first time, she questioned what she wanted, not as Adam or Adriana, but as a person. The deadline for the inheritance came and went, and Evelyn received her fortune. But the arrangement that had started as a business deal had become something far more personal. Adriana found herself at a crossroads. When the year ended, Adriana was faced with a choice: return to her life as Adam or remain Adriana permanently. Rebecca, ever supportive, urged Adam to follow his heart. "You've changed," Rebecca said, her voice steady but emotional. "And I think Adriana is who you were meant to be." Evelyn, too, pleaded with Adriana to stay. "I don't care about the inheritance anymore," she said. "I just want you." In the end, Adriana chose to embrace her new identity. The man who had once been Adam Harrington was gone, replaced by a woman who had found strength, love, and purpose in her new life. Adriana and Evelyn continued their journey together, building a life filled with passion and ambition. And while the path that led her there had been anything but conventional, Adriana knew she had made the right choice. Life, after all, was never meant to be ordinary. Adriana's decision to remain Adriana wasn't a conclusion, it was a beginning. The announcement to Rebecca was met with a bittersweet mix of pride and heartache. "I'll always love you," Rebecca had said, holding Adriana's hands tightly. "But I can't pretend this hasn't changed everything. You have to live your truth. And so do I." They parted on amicable terms. Rebecca returned to their suburban home, and Adriana moved permanently into Evelyn's world, a dazzling, fast-paced whirlwind of fashion shows, galas, and high-profile meetings. Adriana quickly became a sensation in the fashion world. Evelyn's company capitalized on her unique story, not the full truth, of course, but the idea of a woman who had reinvented herself and risen to prominence. Adriana graced magazine covers, appeared in ad campaigns, and became a symbol of empowerment and resilience. But beneath the glamour, Adriana struggled with her identity.
Who was she now?
Was Adriana just a role she played, or was she truly herself? Evelyn, perceptive as ever, noticed the conflict brewing within Adriana. "You've been distant lately," she said one evening as they sat on the balcony overlooking the city skyline. Adriana sighed. "Sometimes I feel like I'm living someone else's life. I don't know if this is who I am, or if I'm just pretending." Evelyn reached for her hand. "You're not pretending. You're evolving. And evolution isn't easy. It's messy and painful, but it's also beautiful." Their conversation marked a turning point. Adriana began to embrace her new life more fully, letting go of the guilt and doubts that had tethered her to her past. She started seeing a therapist who specialized in gender identity, which helped her navigate the complexities of her transformation. Despite her progress, Adriana couldn't entirely escape her past. One day, while walking through a park, she ran into an old colleague from her days as Adam. "Adam," the man said, his eyes widening in disbelief. Adriana froze, her heart pounding. I think you're mistaken," she said, her voice steady but strained. The man squinted, his confusion evident. "You look just like him. It's uncanny." Adriana managed a polite smile before walking away, her hands trembling. The encounter left her shaken, a stark reminder of the life she had left behind. That evening, she confided in Evelyn. "What if I can't escape Adam? What if people find out?" Evelyn took her in her arms. "You don't have to escape him. Adam is a part of you, but he doesn't define you. Adriana is who you are now, and no one can take that away from you." As the months turned into years, Adriana and Evelyn's relationship deepened. What had started as a partnership of convenience had blossomed into a genuine and profound love. Evelyn's confidence and ambition complemented Adriana's newfound grace and empathy, creating a dynamic and harmonious bond. Adriana discovered joys she had never known as Adam. She reveled in the artistry of fashion, the camaraderie of the industry, and the freedom to express herself without reservation. She also discovered challenges, misogyny, objectification, and the constant scrutiny of being in the public eye. Through it all, Evelyn was her anchor. "You've made me stronger," Evelyn said one night as they lay in bed, the city lights casting a soft glow through the windows. "I thought I didn't need anyone, but you've shown me that strength doesn't mean going it alone." Adriana smiled, brushing a strand of hair from Evelyn's face. "You've given me the courage to be myself. I don't know where I'd be without you." Adriana's journey also led her to reconnect with Rebecca. Despite their separation, the two maintained a tentative friendship, their bond too deep to sever completely. One day, Rebecca invited Adriana to lunch. "I wanted to tell you in person," she said, her voice tinged with nervous excitement. "I'm getting remarried." Adriana's heart ached, but she smiled warmly. "That's wonderful, Rebecca. You deserve happiness." Rebecca reached across the table and squeezed Adriana's hand. "So do you. And I can see that you found it." Their conversation was cathartic, a closure that allowed both women to move forward with their lives. By the time Adriana's second anniversary as Evelyn's wife rolled around, she had fully embraced her new identity. She was no longer Adam pretending to be Adriana. She was Adriana, a woman who had carved her own path against all odds. Evelyn surprised her with a trip to Paris to celebrate. As they strolled hand in hand along the Seine, Adriana reflected on how far she had come. "Do you ever think about what might have been?" Adriana asked, her voice soft. "Sometimes," Evelyn admitted. "But I wouldn't trade this for anything. You've changed my life, Adriana. And I know I've changed yours." Adriana nodded, a tear slipping down her cheek. "You have. And I'm grateful every day." Years later, Adriana would become an advocate for transgender rights, using her platform to inspire others to embrace their true selves. Her journey, though unconventional, became a beacon of hope for those struggling with their identities. Adriana and Evelyn's love story became the foundation of a life filled with purpose, passion, and unwavering authenticity. Together, they proved that life's most unexpected turns often lead to the most extraordinary destinations. And so, Adriana lived not as the man she had been, but as the woman she had become, a testament to the power of transformation and the courage to embrace one's truth. Thank you so much for watching till now. It means the world to have you here. This community is all about empowering each other and celebrating the incredible journeys of everyone on their path to living authentically. If you're ever feeling lost or alone, remember you have a whole family here for you. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and let's keep inspiring each other, sending you all the love and strength in the world. Until next time, live your life by your rules.